And our newest sponsor, Stream Supply Co. Got all your streaming needs, everything you can think of from keyboards, headsets, microphones, monitors, mice, and webcams, and more. Make sure you go check them out. When you use at checkout code GROCK, GROCK, you will get 5% off any purchase. So, link is in the description, and so is that code. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the 10 Things series. The Today we've got a little one that actually focuses more on D&D as opposed to like the OSR and stuff like that. So let's get to it. So we're looking at the 10 best supplement handbooks for D&D. So, and this can go back all the way. This is not fifth ed exclusive. This is talking about going back even further. Uh, so we're looking at the 10 best here. The first one, Unearthed Arcana, has been the ultimate supplement for many editions, which is true. Um, Unearthed Arcana shows up in almost every edition, and for good reason. Is a full of alternative rules that can really alter the game here. For example, different ways to think about specific stats, skills, uh, even alternate mechanics. So we're looking at if there's ever a supplement guide that to include in a player's library under Arcana for any of the editions is. Um, they're by far one of the most useful handbooks put out and rarely a regretted addition. I will agree with this because this gives typically what this does is give your wizard sork, in that realm types a chance to kind of uh, alter how they do things. It also allows for slightly different ways to do it. Uh, and I believe Unearthed Arcana is where typically where the Warlock rules usually get thrown into. So those that like to play Warlocks, that's where that usually rolls in through. So yeah, uh, the entire complete series greatly expands on different type class. This I will agree with. So 3-5 the 3x, if there's a supplement guide that had complete in it and you played that class, you got it because it had different feats, different even different weapons, different everything, spells. You got complete adventurer, complete divine, complete warrior, complete arcane, complete champion, complete mage. They were essentially the class based book for the or not class, but style book, I guess is the best way to put it, for those the way that happens. So with the divine, so you had your cleric and your paladin, the arcane, your wizard, sork, etc. Warrior, your fighter, your barbarian, champion. That was also a little bit of your fighter, along with the warrior kind of hit, and champion kind of, and divine all kind of hit all three really. And then of course the complete mage, which does kind of go in with the arcane. uh Definitely a very very useful thing, especially for anyone who's played the 3035, even Pathfinder first, because you could port all that stuff over very easily, very simply. It was, basically, okay, these skills you just kind of rearrange a little bit and you got for Pathfinder. And I really enjoyed using those complete books in order to build characters in 3x. It really opened up a lot of options. Xanthar's Guide to Everything really has everything. I have not gotten this one because I really don't have a lot of fifth ed stuff. I'm going to be fully, full disclosure, full honesty. I played fifth ed. I wasn't that into it as I should be. I know, but it's one of those things of, it. I myself, I like a little bit more crunch. I like a little bit more. Because to me, this kind of feels like if you were to, and I'm going to use this in terms of like Pathfinder, Starfinder. It's like if you took a Starfinder character and dropped him into the actual Pathfinder world. That's what it kind of feels like when you play Fifth Ed. So it's for me, I'm not really fully on board with the way that it is. So, but this has a lot of great things. If you do play Fifth Ed, there's your tool. Manual of the Planes makes a whole universe. Manual of the Planes, yep, showed up in 3X and in 4th that we don't talk about. Each time it appears, it expands Dungeons and Dragons world base, making an entire universe complete with in game lore, methods of traversing these elements, and brand new mechanics to account for them. So, if you want to have, someone who goes from, to a different plane, this is the book you need. The book goes into great detail about each plane of existence, with each one new encounters, dangers, items. So yeah, then we're gonna move into number 6, which is the Epic Level Handbook. Oh my God, this book, 3.5. This is where this really came out. Um, it was it when this came out. I remember I've not played. I think the highest character I've ever played was level 17. I really have not gotten into the epic levels myself because I with me, I personally I like lower levels. I like, fighting, the orcs, the goblins, all the crazy stuff. When you start getting once everyone hits that power, start hitting they're really coming into their powers, it's like, oh, especially like 10th level. Oh God. That 10th level is where things can go off the rails really quick. But it does offer a wide scope of ways to engage extremely powerful characters and build them. It even gives options beyond experience points for progressing and growing characters. Help scale the world around these outrageously strong characters and can even be used to help curb some munchkin behavior. What? Gamers? Munchkin behavior? Never! That never happens. The underdog brings the underground to the surface. Yes. So this is going to be all your things, including your drow, your lithids. It's yes, yes. Dragonomicon. Boy, easy for me to say. Yeah, this has got everything you need to know about dragons in it. This was actually really cool. I really enjoyed actually just reading this book because if you ever run dragons, it gives you an idea of their mindset, and it's a lot more in depth than what a lot of people think. So if you're able to get this book, yes. All right, then we go on to psionics. Psionics brings a different kind of magic to the field. I don't like psionics. I'm just going to be honest with you. I really don't like psionics. I don't like the idea of psionics. I just, and I've said this on countless streams. Even on like table breakers, I've said this on the chill streams over on Legion of Myth. I've said this. I really don't like psionics. Psionics is kind of one of those things that if I'm running the game, this gets completely excluded uh, because because you can. It's like everything else. You can kind of min max it and build it, and it gets magic is powerful enough. To me, you don't need two types of magic, and I see psionics as a second type of magic. Some people absolutely love it. Some people, are like me, and we're like, no. So, uh, entire power series has a lot of finesse. These started coming out in 4th ed. Do you remember that martial power, divine power? These were like the complete books for 4th edition. So these are really where, yeah, the complete series from earlier editions. That's where what these were supposed to be, is to take those spots. So I did play fourth ed, I will admit, but I was not happy about it. And Player's Guide to Faerun works in the Forgotten Realms. Faerun helps players and DM figure out how to build characters, fits in the Forgotten Realms world. It's also full of unique classes, builds, items, encounters, and locations that only exist within Faerun, including stats for popular Forgotten Realms characters found in best-selling novels. So, yeah. So that is today's list. Make sure you do subscribe. And once again, don't forget, I do have my Redbubble store down below. You can get some amazing merch. So until next time, everybody, I want to thank you for taking a little bit of time to listen to me talk about something that I really do enjoy. And I'll catch you guys next time.